Welcome to the Click It or Ticket post-game report. Campbell goes to 4-1 on the season. The Camels' fourth straight victory as they defeat Presbyterian 28-14. With former East Carolina All-Conference tight end Jason Halter, I'm Chris Haymeyer. Campbell showed up big, a couple of touchdowns, a couple of big defensive plays in the fourth quarter, clinched the win for the Camels.
They did, and when things weren't necessarily going their way, a lot of penalties, Chris, here today. They found a way to fight through it, and they didn't give up. And their best players, Caleb Snead, only a couple catches today, but when they needed him most, he came through. And I was really just impressed with the toughness of Williams coming back in the ballgame as well.
A couple of heroes in this one today. Down with two of them on the field is our Aaron Summers. Aaron?
Thanks, Chris. I'm here with running back Cam Davis. You had 137 yards on the ground. How were you able to see the field so well today?
We come from practice, like really just going over and knowing like where everybody's going to be in a blocking scheme. Once we got all that down pat, then it'll holds for us.
There are a lot of people that they can go to on the offense for Campbell. You have a lot of guys that have really great ability. How have you been able to step into your role?
Really just coming to practice is going at 100% every day, and then if I do good in practice, then when it comes game time, it transfers over.
The coaches have been saying a lot of positive things about you. You've put in a lot of work, and it shows on the field. How are you going to elevate your game?
Keep working every day. Progress. 1% better every day.
All right. Thanks, Cam. Good game.
You too.
Now we have Darian Slade, linebacker for the Camels. You had a team-high 12 tackles on the day. How are you able to just attack whoever had the ball?
It's just in practice we work on fits, we work on tackling a lot, so just practicing well and it transfers to the game.
There was one really big pass break up in the end zone that kept this game 14-7. I see the smile on your face. So just go back to that play. What was going through your mind?
It really wasn't my play to make. I just seen the running back leak out, so I went with him. I'm smiling because I think I should have had a pick there, but it was good. It was fourth down. We got off the field.
You can get a pick one of these days, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Coach said that you're the heart and soul of the defense, that you put people in the place that they need to be before the play starts. How have you been able to take on those leadership skills?
Just getting in the office with Mint, seeing what he wants us to do as far as a team aspect, and then talking to our defensive coordinator, seeing what he wants us to do as a defensive unit, and just relaying the message to the team.
Now, are you a really vocal leader? You seem kind of quiet.
Yeah, I'm not really a vocal leader. I'm more a lead by example.
Well, obviously, it's been a great example set today and the rest of the season. Congratulations on a good game.
Thank you.
Chris?
Thank you, Aaron. Aaron with two of the heroes. Cam Davis, 137 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
Things weren't going great for Campbell offensively. Haj Malik Williams, their starting quarterback, was injured for the majority of the first half, so the passing game wasn't quite there. But Campbell now, with that offensive line, with two different running backs having two different 100-yard games. Last week on the road, it was Jonathan Hawkins. This week, it was Cam Davis.
The depth they have in the backfield, and when those guys get into a groove, they can really ride the hot hand. And Davis, as a young player, he's so patient, really sees the field, and he's got that speed. He's got that extra gear that really can help out this offense with big plays.
Darian Slade had those 12 tackles. That'll make Campbell head coach Mike Minter very happy with everything that he saw. Our Aaron Summers caught up with Campbell head coach Mike Minter just after the game, and here are his thoughts on the win for Campbell.
They're gonna play hard. They played tough all game, but we was our worst enemy today. In the red zone, penalties, turnovers, you can't do that. So the offense had opportunities, and so 28 points, as bad as we played on offense, was pretty good. But at the end of the day, the defense did what they needed to do, which keep them out of the end zone.
You have a bye week coming up. Where are some of those areas that you're going to address?
Well, man, we got a lot to work on. We just got to understand how to execute, and just all the penalties that's hurting us. We can't have that. We can't lose our cool at the end of the game. You win in the game, just move on and get this game over with. So we got a lot to work on as a football team before Hampton come rolling in here on homecoming.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Chris?
Thank you, Aaron. Our Aaron Summers down on the sidelines. A great job from Aaron today. And really, Jay, that's not a bad. Campbell goes to 4-1 on the season. A lot of highlights from this one. Let's get to them now. And boy, this game started out with Campbell down 7-0 until this huge
down the middle of the
play.
field.
Armstrong, they've been telling us about the Nevada transfer. He makes a 56-yard touchdown catch, his first of the year, and that made it even at 7.
Yeah, 245 pounds. He's a huge target, has the speed, and then the defense, Wiggins coming through with the interception to help set up good field position for the offense.
It was the 6th interception of the year for the Campbell defense. More amazing than that, 6 different secondary members have that kind of have at least one interception, and that's where Williams got hurt, slammed down on his shoulders. So Jesse Fisk came in from the rest of the first half, and Campbell went with a steady dose of ground game.
And the running attack really felt that, hey, we need to step up here. Davis, Barr, both of those guys being physical, they got into the end zone, and they're really riding that right side of the offensive line for success.
That put Campbell up 14-7 with 9:39 to go in the second, and then really both defenses took over. Yes, there were a lot of mistakes, but we saw some very good defensive plays in this game. The defense won the game for Campbell today.
They did, and they stepped up at the right moments, especially in the fourth quarter, and they overcame some of those mistakes. But I saw the pass rush step up, and right when they needed to get pressure on Thompson, they did.
Cam Davis over 100 yards, Campbell's second straight over 100-yard rusher. And then, boy, just some mistakes. Campbell was just a little bit off. It was a long road trip to Mercer, and this is one of the times in the red zone where Campbell couldn't convert an interception there. Fisk threw it. Campbell was just one of 3 in the red zone in the first half.
Yeah, the dropped touchdown, then the next play, the interception. Things could have changed very quickly if they executed. That's something that they're going to have to work on during the bye week to make sure they make the most of all their opportunities.
Williams wasn't 100%, but he came back in the second half. Still, Presbyterian, here they are. Campbell thought they had a fumble. No, 4th and goal from the 2. That's the play that Slade made. If that play isn't made, this game is tied. We might still be playing right now. Then Campbell was able to catch a breath. Presbyterian, though, would not let up. Their defense able to sack Campbell quarterbacks 6 times.
They blitzed a lot tonight, brought the pressure, Nagy with a huge play, but then the running game got going. Barr kind of really just punched his way in again, but PC never went away.
PC comes right back, makes it a 1-score game again. Campbell's offensive line was great in the run game, and then everybody in the stadium thought Campbell was going to go back to the ground. Instead, they'll hit Bargnair on the play action. That was a 39-yard touchdown pass, and that clinched it with 2 minutes to go. Campbell went up 2 scores. You see how good the defense did as Campbell limiting PC to just 290 total yards. Those stats are a little bit off right there, but the bottom line is Campbell's defense in this day and age holding an offense to under 300 total yards. That's what Campbell needed to pull out a win when not a lot was going right.
They clamped down, and they got pressure on Thompson, and PC had to open things up in the second half through the air, but they didn't really have a lot of success. And then on the ground, the defense, when they had to get off the field, they did as well. So I think a lot of credit to this defense for the ability to kind of complement the offense and give them the ball back, and then the offense sealed the deal.
And, folks, it's not just because we're wearing orange socks right now. Good teams find ways to win when things don't go right, and that's what Campbell did today. That's what Campbell did in the fourth quarter. Campbell is 4-1 for the second straight season. It's a much stronger 4-1 against much better competition this year.
Yeah, and this Campbell team, you say 4-1, and a lot of things are correct. The potential is there to have a special season. You're not going to play perfect every single week. You're going to have some games where things don't go your way. But how do you react to that? How do you overcome in-game? And then how do you react during practice to get better from that? And we'll see. But to be 4-1 and sit here with the talent they have, it's got to be a good feeling to be down in that locker room.
Campbell, more importantly, 1-0 in the Big South Conference. This was their first Big South Conference game. Bye week next week, but we'll be right back here at Barker Lane Stadium. There's only 3 more home games left, folks. The next one is homecoming tickets going fast. I would go to gocamels.com right now. In 2 Saturdays, Campbell takes on Hampton. It's a Big South Conference matchup at 4 o'clock. For Jay, Aaron, I'm Chris. So long. Campbell goes to 4-1 on the season with a 28-14 win over PC.